Leukemia is a blood disorder. My particular leukemia was called acute lymphoblastic leukemia. It felt like heart problems, and I went to the ED department where Nicole works at Casey, and
bed is hardly shown. Across the phone, like they stole it. Oh, how they hold
I was scared.
Claire, we really forfeit. I'm growing like quitting you.
I didn't really register, didn't know a lot about leukemia.
Telling darkness from lines on you. Over havens forward, falling, swollen more as your habitat. Oh, man, where the ass snap in the whole class.
And then it sort of hit home a little bit when the doctor said, well, we've got an ambulance coming to take you to the Alfred, and where you'll undergo chemotherapy. Well, the kids were a lot younger then, and I know Brittany was only about 11, and Josh was a little bit older, 12 and a half. And I guess they really didn't understand the full impact of what it might mean. It was pretty hard. Because I didn't know where I was.
On pure king, sunny green for beat. Same white peloton, on streets and a stone where she stashed the sand.
Yeah, there are times when I think it's hard. But you should never ever give up. I made up this thing where it's about two guys who go to an apple orchard, and the guy in charge of the apple orchard says, oh, I'm going to give you both a star, but I want you to pick 5 bags of apples. And you've seen those bags, they're massive. And one guy goes, righto, how do I get started? He said, well, we'll give you the 5 bags and a ladder, and you go and pick the apples. And you've got to be back in the shed by 4 o'clock. I said, yeah, no worries. And the second guy says, 5 bags? Have you seen the size of those bags? They're huge. and he just can't get his head around how hard this thing's going to be. The first guy would know how hard it's going to be, but he really didn't let it bother him. So they go picking apples. And the whole time the second guy is always complaining about how hard it is, the bags are heavy, I've got to climb this ladder. And the first guy just keeps going and keeps chipping away at things, but what he does is every time he gets up and down the ladder, he puts another 2 apples in the bag, in another bag. So he keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. Every time he walks up the ladder and walks back down, 2 more apples in the bag. This other guy's still saying, oh, I can't do this, it's too hard, it's too hard. But the first guy keeps taking the 2 apples as he gets down and gets down and gets down. He gets to 4 o'clock. He says to the second guy, how'd you go? He said, I got 4 bags. He said, I want 5. He said, do you know how heavy these bags are? They're really heavy. These bags are extremely heavy. I could not possibly pick 5 bags of apples in the time that you gave me. I said, well, I wanted 5. He goes to the first guy, how many did you go? He goes, oh, I got 6. Hang on. He picked 6 bags of apples. And he said, yeah. And this other guy's going, and the first guy says, all I did was that little bit extra. All I did was a little bit extra. And I just picked a couple of apples every time that I went up and down the ladder. It was nothing. On the way down, I just picked them up and put them in another bag. And I got 6 bags. And the thing is here, I tell the kids, if you just do that little bit extra, the things that you think that aren't significant, the things that the little small things, just those little things, your outcome will be so much better. And this guy has now got 6 bags of apples and a job at the orchard. And the guy who picked 4 bags has got an extremely sore back and no job. And he doesn't know where he's going to go from here. But the guy who picked the 6 bags, he's going up. He's gonna kick goals every time he does something, because he's not worried about not being able to do it. What he wants to do is to be able to do it, and not just do it, smash it. Not just do the bare minimum. If it says 500 words to write on an essay, write 510. 10 words, it's nothing. Is it? Just do the 10. Big deal. It's 10 words. It's 2 apples. That's all.
Above my brother, and saying it's fine. We smoked a screen to make you what it was to be.
Kids always say to me now, so I'll give them some instruction about, oh, we've got an exam coming up, and you'll often hear a kid yell out, 6 apples, Guernsey? Yeah, that's what you want.